My best is yet to come, like eventually the sun, or just for now. Yeah, my best is yet to come outside, my hands are freezing cold. Let's just start running till we're completely alone.
So I was going to make a video about my inspirations, and there are a lot, but I thought it would be more important to tell a little about me, because I don't really have my story on my blog. Obviously, I keep saying I want to make one, but I never have. So I'm just gonna get started by saying about me. So I was born in California, currently live in Washington. I have been overweight my entire life, obese, really. Childhood obesity, the first roll of them. That sounds weird, but just the first wave of the childhood obesity epidemic. And I say epidemic because it is. It really is, and I've really realized that now. But so I've been overweight my entire life, and I've been made fun of my entire life. It's kind of weird to say that, but I have. I've been made fun of a lot of times. Let's just get started by pulling into elementary school. So elementary school, I don't remember elementary really until I moved to Washington, and I was in 3rd or 4th grade, and I moved from the diversity of tripping, awake. The diversity of California, and maybe not diverse, but you know, there was culture in California, and I lived in Southern California, so there was culture. If anything, there was just color. And I moved to Federal Way, Washington, and I remember it being the whitest place on earth. Like, literally, me and my brother and a couple other people were the people of color. I was considered like black, basically, and I've always been considered like the mixed girl or the Mexican girl in California. I'm not Mexican, but it's always something that I get a lot, and I did get when I was little. But so yeah, I remember elementary being horrible. We moved again to the city I currently live in, and I remember that being horrible. I lived like 3 blocks down from school. I remember getting made fun of. I remember all of it to this day, being called fat. Like, I think that's the only really word that hurt. I mean, there's other words and I can't even think of them. I think I've buried them so deep that I just can't remember the words that people called me, in elementary at least, and throughout high school. We'll get to college and the worst memory of college. So yeah, I was bullied my entire life. It was horrible. I was bullied by my brothers. I was bullied by everyone. And even when I played soccer, I started soccer in 4th or 5th grade, and played soccer, was the fat kid on the soccer team. I played. I wasn't good, but I played, and I was active. I was kind of an active kid, I think. I don't think my family, we didn't eat well as a family unit. So yeah, overweight my entire life. My mom is also overweight, and my dad has fluctuated, and my brother has fluctuated. My older brother has always been thick, thin, skinny boy. But, so, yeah. Elementary. Middle school. I went to middle school, 6th, 7th grade. I went into middle school being the bully. I remember getting in fights and having in-school suspension and trying to be like the hard, like, I'm so hard, get off my skills kind of girl. Yeah, so that was elementary. And two memories from elementary. One, I fell in front of a group of guys that I really liked, in front of my best friends, and I was wearing a skirt, and I don't know what happened. It was just embarrassing. I don't know exactly what happened. I just remember laughter and whatever, being laughed at. And then there's the second, like I've said, my brother's made fun of me my entire life, but there was one time where I told him about people who were making fun of me, and there was one time that he picked me up and I said, oh my god, hey, those are the guys that made fun of me. And I remember him pulling over and being like, slamming his door, almost hitting them with his car. And I sit in the car like ducking my head, and my brother was like, see that girl in the car? That's my sister, and you need to stop making fun of her or I'll do something to you. And he was like, anytime you see her, I want you to say hi to her. Anytime she needs a door opened, or like you are at the entrance of a door, you need to open the door for her. And that was one of my favorite memories. I mean, I still got made fun of, but those two people never made fun of me again. I went into high school as much. It's high school. Like, high school is horrible for almost everyone. For some reason, I do not remember it being like the worst thing in the world. I think I found my group of friends, and I think I was close with them. Here, I'll put pictures of high school. Two high schools. Two high school pictures. But high school wasn't horrible for me, but I remember being made fun of. I never went on to dances with boys, like, and not even as friends. Like, I went with all girls, and that's the group of girls I hung out with all the time. So yeah, I did that, went to high school. High school was high school and kind of horrible. Just getting made fun of is just horrible. I played tennis and I still got made fun of, and I still, even though I played varsity tennis, I still got made fun of, and I was pretty freaking good, and I hope to get better at it now. But, so I did tennis and I did bowling. I guess you can get made fun of for bowling, because all the girls were on that team. Beautiful memories, but I was a bowler, and I still love bowling. So I graduated high school in 2006. I'm still overweight, and I think I went to community college, and the first 2 years I went to community college for 3 years. Don't hate. The third year, I could have graduated earlier, but the third year I got a job, and I think this point in my life I was, the most overweight, like the most obese, the most fattest I've ever been. But I joined the team, and it's really where I gained most of the confidence that I have now. I learned a lot about myself that year, and I was very open, and I have the bestest friends. From the people I worked with were amazing, and I'm gonna say this right now because they're one of the main reasons that I want to lose weight, is because we're all still really close, and I want to do the things that they do, which is hike. They hike, like, I don't know how many times, like, not hiked Mount Rainier, but around Mount Rainier. They have been on so many hikes and beautiful pictures, and like, I just missed out because I've never been invited, and just one of those things that you really want to do, but you've never been invited, and I couldn't keep up anyway, even if I tried. But so that year was amazing, and learned a lot about myself, and I gained so much respect for people around me, and it's really where I kind of not came out of my shell, because I'm still that person that takes a while to warm up, but like just gained so much confidence and leadership skills and the ability, just certain abilities that I never had before. And I had a great boss and great friends. So that was my third year of community college. Graduated 2009, and then I went to Western in Bellingham, Washington. Loved my experience at Western. I still #1 school that I applied for, and I got into the school. It's kind of scary, but I did get in, and I met most of the friends that I'm friends with today. The first week and the couple months, and then some of the really close friends like the next year. But the first week is when I met most of my close friends, and yeah, my first junior year, this is the worst experience I can remember, is I was hanging out with a group of friends, and all theater kids, and I'm not a theater kid at all, so I don't understand why I was on this thing. But it was a blog about people, and it was horrible. Like, so many people got stupid shit written about them, and there was a post of picture of me in this dress. Let's see if I can put it somewhere. In this dress, and someone just wrote horrible things. Like, I was running for a position and they were like, who can vote for her? She's very, but it was just so many things. It was like, she looks like a beached well, or I remember that one, beached well. That one really hurt. Just a little bit, a little tad bit, a little bit. That one hurt a lot. And then, like, it was in the picture that they stole from my Facebook, which I was friends with the person who was writing this. It was a fake Facebook, we figured out. They stole a picture of me on Easter Sunday, and I was so proud of that picture. I looked so pretty, and I was wearing a dress with no leggings, I was wearing a dress for like the first time in forever, and they just stole it and put it on this website and made me feel horrible about myself. And it was literally the worst experience of my junior year of college, and basically my life, because that is one memory that I can remember being the worst. So yeah, junior year, that was junior year. Senior year, because I transferred because I went to community college. My senior year, I moved in with two great ladies, one of which I'm still friends with. Really close friends. We were actually on the team I was talking about earlier in community college. And yeah, senior year was busy. I did a lot of all-nighters and eat well. I've never really eaten well, but it was all-nighters, drinking soda, drinking everything, and I was 22, so I was literally drinking everything. Like, I was going out every Friday night, every Thursday, every Wednesday, Western Wednesdays. But yeah, and then I finished school in that summer of 2011. So yeah, so I started the gym and like losing weight officially, like, I would say summer of 2011, but I was not eating healthy. I was just going to the gym a couple times. I don't even know how many times I went. I just felt like I went a lot more than I did the entire summer. And then I joined the gym when I moved back because I was bored. I had no job at that point, and still don't have a job now, currently, but I started the gym because I was bored. That's the main reason. So through all that, you notice that I did not say anything about trying to lose weight, and that's because I never tried. Thought about it, definitely thought about it, like, let's fit into the dress, but I never actually did anything about it. And I've always wanted to, and I think it took just realizing that, you know what, you want to do things, you want to be healthy, but not even healthy, just you want to do things. You want to go shopping. It's like a classic. You want to be happy about yourself. You want all these different stupid things that are really cliche, but like Shay Carl says, the word cliche is hidden in cliches, or something like that. The word cliche is hidden in I forgot. I'll write it down at the bottom, or put it somewhere. One of my favorite quotes, because cliches are there for a reason, and I wanted to do things, and that's the reason I started losing weight. That's why I've recently been more open about my weight loss on my thing, like posting old photos of me, because those photos hurt. I can tell the pain in my face, especially that one about the roller coasters, because it was horrible. It was great. Like, it was the first time I saw my cousin in like 6 years, and we were going to theme park, and I flipped out of a tube. I didn't even get into this one. I flipped out of a tube, and then I didn't ride any water parks that day. Like, I just stayed in like the wave pool area in the water park section of Six Flags, and then we went to Six Flags, and I knew I could ride Viper. Knew I could ride it. And but anyway, so you already heard that story, but I've been noticing that those stories, they like bring out emotions in me, and like my insecurities, and a lot of insecurities that I do have that I don't really say or talk about. But so that's basically my story of my childhood and currently, and like I've lost 126 pounds. Hey guys, update, 126 pounds. And I'm still going, and I still have a long way to go, and eventually I'll tell you how much I weighed at the beginning, and eventually you'll know that I will get at my goal weight, which is under 150 pounds. I don't know where I'll be, but we'll see and when that's gonna happen, because I've let this process be slow, because I want to feel good about myself for the rest of my life, so I let this process be really slow. But yeah, 126 pounds and a lot of insecurities, and never tried dieting, and I'm still not dieting right now. I'm just eating healthy and doing what I'm supposed to do, and just working out. And yeah, so I think that is about it for this one. I will talk about my inspirations in the next video, which I will probably shoot this week because I have nothing else to do. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and my chair is squeaky. Bye.